I'll come back in a couple of minutes and we'll get started if that sounds good. Let me just get myself organized. Good to see a lot of you. Hey, Julia, I'm here. I'm just getting myself sorted. Here's the questions, and I'm just waiting for everyone else to come on, which is exciting. The question was this, is what's your business and how did you get to know me? I'm sending in, Alex is excited to be talking to you, Margie, which is cool, and everyone else who's coming on. And I guess I just wanted to say that I'm super excited to talk to you today and to share some things that have helped me to build a business. I've got some of my beautiful clients that are here. Hey, Anne, nice to see you from the Momentum Mastermind. That's great. Hey. Oh, you know me from Saria. Saria works with me privately. Hey, Maria, another Momentum family member in as well, which is great. That's where I know you from as well, Jody. Awesome. I've just had a big day here and super excited to be talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun to be able to use my time to serve people, and I want to start off by saying that today I want to let you know that time is my most important thing. I've got some slides. I'm going to get started in just a moment, but I just want to let you know that this is going to be one of those trainings that won't let you down. It's going to be hardcore. My marketing manager, Austin, is here making sure we're all recorded. And if you stick around to the end, I will make sure that you can get a recording of the session and get the notes and things like that. So he's here making sure all of that happens too. I just want to let you know I won't waste your time. I also want to let you know it's highly likely that I'm younger than you, I'm not as smart as you, I don't have as much experience as you. In fact, it's likely that in nearly every area of life you're better than me. You know more than me, you know what to do. It's likely. There's one place that I've really succeeded, and that's been able to build multiple companies. I've helped over 250 people start and scale for over 6 figures. And I'm going to show you that system today. Does that sound exciting? I'd love you to type into the chat box. I've got next to me here another computer set up, so I'm going to be able to share my screen and share slides, and also be able to see your comments at the same time as I'm talking. But I will be saying this, is I'm going to go fast. And it's going to be action orientated. There's going to be things to do. It's Julie. Well, that's really nice that Julie's here. Is it Julie and Tim? Because that'd be great. I love you guys. And so I'm really, really, really grateful to be here. And so I hope you take out a pen and paper. You get everything out of this that you wanted and a lot more. So that's my intention today. I want to let you know right now is you cannot buy anything. Today's not about buying things. However, at the end, I will let you know how you can get more from me, how you can talk to some people on my team, and how we can possibly work together. Is that okay? But I want you to relax and know that today's not about buying anything. But if you do see something that you want to know more about, then I'll let you know at the end where you can go and get that. So I think we're all caught up. I think we're started. If you haven't typed in what your business is and how we first got to know each other, I would love you to. It's always nice to remember exactly how we first connected. And I'm going to get started, I think. I'm very excited. It's been a long time since I've talked about this. It's been a while, in fact. I spent a lot of time talking about mindset and marketing, but not starting business. And so today's promise is that it's how you can start an online business and how you can actually grow and build it and do what you love. And let me just say this to you, is that time is the most important thing. If you see me looking over here, I'm just getting, hey Megan, hey Sophie, hey Anne, I can see it, all your questions coming in over here. So if you see me looking over here, I'm just looking at your questions, which is awesome. Hey Christy, good to see you on as well. So I haven't shared this webinar in quite a long time. It's something that I kind of put on the shelf and gathered dust for a little while, and I'm excited to be sharing it again. It's how to start an online business, even if you have really no idea, no experience. And I'm going to show you how you can actually scale this to 6 figures or more in under 6 months. I'm going to talk about automated lead generation, 8 ways to create viral content, online sales funnel hacks, make more leads, have more income. Are you guys in the right place? I hope you are, because this is going to be super exciting, and I'm excited for all of you. So let's get started and let's move forward so we can do it. I want you to get the most out of today. So I'm going to ask something super intense, which is, can we just shut off some other distractions? Like, I know right now that you're already looking at your phone, other things are going on, there's distractions. But here's the thing, being a business owner or someone that wants to be in business, we have to learn how to get our focus and put our attention into one thing, right? We have to know how to be in attention, be focused on what we want, how to play for that, how to turn off our phones, how to make decisions, how to take action. We need to know how to do that as a business owner. It's very important, and it's important that you take lots of notes, that you get out of this. As I said before, today's not about buying anything. Today's about me sharing a system that works. At the end of it, I'll show you how you can get more information from me, how you can do more things, possibly how we can work together, but you can't buy anything today. So this is a little bit about me. I'm a freedom entrepreneur, and what that means is I travel the world and I get to experience freedom. See, most people start businesses, tell me if you've seen this, they start a business and they experience less freedom. They get themselves stuck. Well, I found out a way to do it opposite. I have an amazing team across the world that helps me to have freedom, automate systems and processes that allow me to do it. I'm a growth hacker. People hire me to come into their business and make it grow fast. And that's what I'm known for. I've spoken in 15 countries, and people pay me to come around the world and speak to them. I've got 2 #1 best-selling books, and I've helped 200 people start a 6-figure business. And I am very, very excited to see that Imran just commented in, and Imran's one of the highest achieving clients that we've had over the last couple of years. Him and his business partner, Fazil, they were able to create $250,000 plus in their first 2 months working with us, and basically doubled their business, which was pretty awesome. So that's a little bit about who I am. And the great thing about me is that I'm very lucky that I can travel and work from wherever I want. And I've done it through creating freedom businesses. And this is typically an office that I work out of. This is in the Gili Islands in Indonesia, and it was such a special place to live from there. And I always ask a question, like, we live in this place of limits, right? Where we can have, we can have the money or the freedom, but not both, right? And so I want to say, let's have it all. Who's with me? Should we just have it all? Should we have the time, the money, the freedom, the joy, the connection? Shouldn't we just have it all? And that's what a freedom business does. It gives you the time and the money to do what you love, contribute to what you think is important, give to your family, and do what matters most. I truly believe this is the most important thing. In fact, here is me on that same island in Gili Islands in Indonesia, shooting what became something I was super proud of. And the reason why I'm so proud of this is, let me just share. People always said to me, they said this one thing, they said, oh yeah, Chris, with a skeptical mind, sounds good for you, but I can't do that. So I thought to myself, how can I prove to people how easy and simple it is to be able to get out there, get themselves freedom and make $10,000, $15,000 a month? How could I show them? So what I did is I grabbed, my amazing lady, this is Harriet, and first off, how freaking gorgeous is she? And she grabbed what was an iPad mini, and this was 2013. They were really cool back then. I put on a suit jacket and wore some shorts. We walked down to the beach and we shot this video. We uploaded some videos, created a little training, a workshop. We made $9,000 in 3 days. We used no pre-existing lists. I used nothing. I was right where you were. I just knew a system, and that's the system I'm going to share with you today. So let me ask you this. If you're able to make $9 grand in 3 days, do you think you've got the ability to create freedom? I mean, it doesn't sound like a heck of a lot of money. I mean, it's not going to pay for much. Might keep the lights on for a little while. But if you can do that, can't you do a lot more? And here's what I want you to all do. Write this down. The hardest move you're going to make in business is to go from 0 to 1. Write that down. The hardest move in business is from 0 to 1, where you don't have anything to when you've actually created something. When you've created something, you can magnify. They say the biggest journey a human being takes is from their head to their heart. It's about a foot, but it's the longest journey. Well, in business, the biggest gap is going from 0 to 1. So in 3 days, I made 9,000. And I chose not to scale this business and turn it into a big conglomerate. I just used it to show and to prove. And by the way, I recorded it. It's all online. I recorded the whole process. And you can watch me go through building a brand new business. There was nothing else other than what's in that video. And you watch it play by play. It was pretty special. And I guess for me, it's been such an amazing experience. But this moment was the moment that changed everything. I'm in Thailand and Indonesia. Thailand and Indonesia. I just got my words confused. Does it ever do you guys sometimes? I was in Koh Samui, Thailand. And I'm shooting this webinar right here. And I went back and watched the replay and made this screenshot because this moment changed anything. I want you to have a look. And, you know, there's 47 people that are there. And there's people didn't even stay on the webinar very long. In fact, if you have a look, it already says that people have already left. We haven't even started. And every master was once a disaster, and I was no good. I've run about 1,000 webinars now, but this was years ago. I did this webinar, why it's so important. At the end of it, 23 people purchased a $495 product. Now, can anyone quickly do the math on that? 26, 495 bucks. How much money did I make? Well, it's about $13,000. So just picture this. I'm sitting on an island, Koh Samui, Thailand. It was beautiful. I shot this, did this 90 minutes. At the end of it, I offered this juice cleansing product. But where did the product even come from? Well, I was bored. I'd kind of retired, semi-retired. I was traveling around. I was doing a juice cleanse. I walked up to the guys in the juice cleanse. I said, you know what, this is really good. I feel amazing. I'm telling everyone on Facebook about how amazing I feel. I looked and I said, can I sell this online? I've started doing these webinar things. I think that, you know, I could offer something. And if you're sitting there thinking I'm going to offer you something today, I'm not. I already said that. Is at the end of this, the only thing you can do is ask me where you can get more things from me. That's it. That's it, period. So he looked at me and he said, well, I've got this $495 thing. And I looked back and I said, well, how much will you give me if I sell it online? He says, half. I said, fantastic. So I made the $13,000 and I go running down the hill. I run up to him and I go, hey, look at this PayPal balance. And first he was like, oh yeah, good for you, son. You've got $13,000 in your baggie. What didn't quite? And I looked at him, I said, this is our money. I said, this is our money. Like, I just made this selling your product. Like, you know, $6,500 is yours. He kind of looked at me in broken English. We're trying to like discuss this. And I never will forget this because he looks at me and he just goes, do you think you can do it again? And it was the funniest thing in my life. I was like, well, I don't know, but let's try it. He said, look, keep the money. Let's, you know, put it back. Let's figure this out. And I changed this man's life, and it changed my life as well. About a week or so later, I find myself sitting on this beach, and I'd made a bunch of money selling this stuff, and it felt pretty good. And I'm sitting there and did what every growing man would do. As I sat there and I thought about this, I sat on the beach and I cried. And I was so moved. I was so grateful to be able to have this freedom. But I also, in that moment, I realized my purpose. I realized my calling, because here I am, like 2 businesses running in Australia and New Zealand, running without me. I'm traveling the world, do this thing, make a bunch of money, change this person's life. And I thought, you know, my parents aren't free. You know, my family's not free. My country's, they have to go to this job thing. And they can't get rid of their job because, and tell me if this makes sense to you, is they've worked their way up into a job. So they're making good money, right? But they've then got the mortgage and the car and the kids and the payments and the school and all of these things. So they can't get rid of the job. They can't get rid of it. Even though they hate it, they've been doing it for so long, they can earn great money in that job. So they can't go even change because they're literally locked in with all of these things. They just sit in there. They get a drinking problem. They don't do this. They do it. And I just saw it. I saw this pain and I thought, what if I could teach people how to get out of that and get freedom? I thought, what a life that could be. I mean, I'm not really a relaxing type of person. I tried it. I've lived in a bunch of different countries, done that. I've seen the world. And I thought, you know what? I want to really help people. And that's why I'm here. How does that sound to you guys? Does it sound like a pretty cool thing? Because to me, it was, it's been a life's work. And it's funny because there's some people on this call that are in my Freedom Fast Track program, and we just hit our 3-year mark. I've been doing 2 webinars a week in that training for 3 years. And I don't think I've missed very many. It's been an incredible mission and a purpose, but I made a lot of money along the way as well. My last company did 1.6 million in its first 12 months. And I've had 6 companies pass 500,000. And I want to pause. It's time to take out your pen. It's time to do some work. Don't ever be impressed by someone who says they've made $1 million. It really doesn't mean anything. Here's how to make $1 million. And I want you to pick how you want to do it. Here's how I want you to pick it. The first thing is you can sell a $200 product to 5,000 people. Now just think about how big your area is. Think how big the internet is. Could you find 5,000 people to buy a $200 product? Well, maybe you have a $500-ish product, 2,000 people. Maybe you have a $1,000 product. You need to find 1,000 people. Maybe a $2,000 product. Maybe it's a $4,000 product. So you look at that and look at your number and type it in. Which one is you? Which one is you? Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Christy. Which one is you? Are you a $200 product, 500,000, 2,000, 4,000? Where do you see yourself? Maybe saying, you know what, I don't even have a product yet, Chris. Well, just look at it and pick one. Pick one that feels good for you and type it in. Type it in. A $10,000 product. So thanks, Linda. Thanks for typing in. 200 times 500, 200. 200 times 5,000. Perfect. Perfect. You think about that, that might seem like a big number. Maybe it is, but isn't it exciting? 3,000 times 333. We've got some creative people here. But see, maybe you don't need to do anything so big. Maybe there's another way that we can do this. Maybe it's monthly. Maybe you can do something monthly. Maybe 5,000 people pay $17 a month for 12 months. Maybe 2,000 people pay $42 a month for 12 months. Maybe, check this one out, $83, only 1,000 people. Do you know one of my favorites? Is 500 people pay $167 a month. Maybe you create something that's monthly, like it's a membership, it's a subscription. Maybe it's something like that. What do you think? What do you think? Where's your point? Where is your point? How are you going to get there? I like to call this your point B. My company's called Point B Education because we create the education to get you to your point B. But if you don't clearly define your point B, you'll never get there, right? So if you're new to this, I can see a lot of the people that already know me. I've got Linda and Christy and Imran and people that know me are typing in. What about the people who are just new to me? Type on in, get involved. This is a community that wants to support your success. Subscription, 167. Beautiful. But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. Would you be happy with 200,000, 4K a month, 4K a week, $4,000 a week? Would you be happy? Because if you would be happy, then you just divide this by 5. So instead of 200 to 5,000, it's just 200 to 1,000, right? Instead of 5,000 at 17, it's just 1,000, right? Instead of 1,000 at 83, check this out. 200 people at $83 a month, and you're on 4K a week, right? That's freedom. That's freedom, you see? You see, do you feel it? That's the freedom. That's what I talk about, is making $1 million. It's great. It's fun. Do you know what happened? After about 250,000, about $5,000 or $6,000 a week, I stopped doing things I want to spend money on. What do? I just start spending it on staff and marketing. So when it says I make $1 million, well, it's great. Like my life didn't change so much, right? It was fun. I bought a nice fancy car. I did the thing. I traveled the world. And then I thought to myself, I just want to build a team. I want to create a movement. I want to do things. And so the funny thing is that we can make this happen. This is super doable. Type in a number 1 if you think this is doable. Type in a number 1 within 12 months. If you apply yourself, that you can't be making $20,000 a month, 1/5 of what's on here, 1/5 of what's on here, right? That's freedom. And you can teach this and help other people do it as well. This is the most exciting thing that I've ever seen. And look, I've done this so many times, but for me, I've always been an entrepreneur. In fact, when I was 15 years old, I started running a supermarket. I got a after-school job, and I remember I became a supervisor of this supermarket. And I remember the school holidays. I was running the supermarket at 15. In the school holidays, there were women there that I was managing and supervising. They were in their 50s and in their late 40s and their 50s and their 60s. I'm running this whole supermarket. And it was weird because in New Zealand, you have to get a key to like turn in to sell someone alcohol. And so there I am at 15 years old running in and putting in a key to someone old enough to be my grandmother. But I've always been like that. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always shown up older than I am in the physical age on this planet. I don't know why it is. I left high school the next year and I started a personal training company after a year of study. I became the fastest person to build personal training. They started asking me to teach other personal trainers how I brought in clients. I was booked solid. I was 17 years old selling $60 an hour personal training, and I had no time. I thought to myself, I need to get a business degree. My dad said, get a business degree, go and do that, get a business degree. So I would wake up at 6 in the morning and I would take personal training clients from 6 till 9, race to university, do university from 9 to 12, do the lunch crowd, 12, 1, 1:30 sessions, race back. And I would go back and do some more university. Then I would race back and do the evening crowd, 5 to 9. And then I would study in the evening, get up at 5 a.m. and do it again. And I was just this crazy entrepreneur. And I have studied and obsessed about this my whole life. I haven't really done too much else. Got the business degree. And while I was there at university, I thought to myself, you know, this is crazy being this personal trainer doing all these things. I thought, you know what, maybe I'll do something a bit more fun. And I always do things that I love and find a way to make money from it. I love teaching entrepreneurs and I found a way to make money for it. I love traveling the world, I found a way to make money from it. I was loving juice foods, and so I became a DJ and created a DJ company where at one stage, 70% of the bars had a DJ of mine in their bar playing music in the city that I was in. It was amazing. It was absolutely awesome. I created a business around that, and then I had a failure. I started Calls for Less, a phone card company in 2007, put all my money in, all my chips, closed everything else down, and I lost it all. I realized one big thing, and I want you to write this down: cash flow is king, and the queen of cash flow is service. I found myself in this place, and let me ask you all this question: have you also lost a business? Have you also lost at some times? I thought I was invincible before this, and I came out of this business angry, frustrated, doubting, demotivated, confused, overwhelmed. I didn't think I had it. This was me. This is where I was. There's my real here. I came out of the business and ended up here. And some of you on this call even remember that, Chris. It wasn't that long ago, to be honest, under 10 years ago. And that was me. That's where I ended up. I thought that I was a failure. I didn't know how to do business, and I was very hard on myself. Is anyone else here hard on themselves? You guys follow me on this? This is so important. And here's what I found is I found out I needed to make a change. I really needed a break in life. So on the 22nd of February, 2009, getting pretty close to that date again. And the thing is I was skateboarding down a hill and I snapped my thigh. And can I ask you a question? Do you believe that when you set an intention, you're supposed to go somewhere, the universe is going to help you find a way to get there? And do you believe if you're going in the wrong path, something's going to happen to help you go to the right path? Do you believe if you deny what you're supposed to be doing too long, something will show up, a health problem, a death, someone will leave it to put you back on the right path? I truly believe that. And I believe that that's what this webinar is about, because when I did this, I snapped my thigh, I nearly died. I got a blood clot in my lung, and I lay on this hospital bed. They wouldn't give me morphine because I had too many drugs in my system. I had too many drugs. I had blood clot in my lung. My leg is in two like that. And an amazing man named Mark Deason came in and started giving this young, demotivated man who had failed in business books, motivation, personal development. And I sat in hospital for 3 months reading books, healing my leg, my ego, and went back out to the world after that. And what I realized is, gosh, I had a lot to learn. I started this intense journey of personal development. Has anyone done that self-reflection, where we had to have that? And this is what I want this call to be. I call it a significant emotional event, SEE. It's where you get to see what you truly want again. Because here's what I want you to know. Unless you make the change, you already know where you're supposed to go, right? And you already know that. And so I decided to myself, do you know what? What's showing up in my life is my responsibility. Who's with me? The way your body is, the size, the shape of your body, that's on you. What's in your life, that's on you. I started saying this to myself. I said, breaking my leg, that's on me. And I stopped blaming and putting it out to the world. I said, you know what's on me? I'm going to figure it out and take this in. I said, if I learned to walk, if I learned to read, if I'd done business before, if I got through university, I can figure this business game out. And there's people on this call listening right now who've done much harder things than that. You've raised children. You've been in long-lasting relationships, in marriages. You've made movements, changes, community. You've done so many things. It is not as hard as business. It's not. What the hard thing is in business, no one gives you the roadmap. No one gives you the roadmap. Do you follow that? And so what you need is the roadmap. And here's what I found is the roadmap is this. In business, the roadmap is this. is you must find the people where you want to be, and you must latch onto them, let them show you how to get there. Here's how you find mentors. Write it down. Here's how you find mentors. Number one, they have done what you want to do, are doing what you want to do, or have successfully taken other people to where you want to be. You've got to look at that. Do they have it? Have they taken other people? Is it true? Do I trust them? Do I like them? That's the fastest way in business. You've got to find people there to show you the way, because in business, it's always changing. It's a changing playing field. It's not like accounting. In accounting, you go, you get your CPA, you start, then you hear it, and you get to the top. There's no worries. Well, there is now, but there didn't used to be, right? And so you need to be on that. So I had a dramatic change. When I really, truly decided who I was going to be, and I'm going to make a request of all of you. Can you today on this call decide to be something great? I'm going to look at some of the questions. 2 brain surgeries, Margie. Wow. Can you decide today to be an entrepreneur? Can you decide today to be a success? Can you decide today to achieve? Can you decide today to take control of the parts in your life and your business that you haven't done before? Can you decide today to go, you know what, I'm going to figure it out no matter what? And whether it's me or somebody else, I don't care. Here's what I want is I want you to make a decision, because I know when I made that decision, I had a huge change. I met Harriet, now engaged, been together 6 years now. I found a mentor, and this mentor took me in, showed me what to do. I started running a part of his company. Look, I was 23 years old, and I'm doing $250,000 a week only 6 months after that. I'll say it again, $250,000 a week, 6 months after that moment. You see? I just made this decision. I decided, you know what, I'm going all in. I burnt the boats. I took massive action. Really, I just went for it. And here's what I want you to really know is there is not going to be any savior. There is not going to be anyone that will do it for you. When you get the success, it's on you. It's on you. Because you get given the roadmap, you get given the tools, and it's your job to find them, apply them, integrate them, and learn them. It really is. And so here's what I want to ask all of you is today I'm going to show you something, but when you follow and you succeed, I want you to know it was you. It was totally you. So I built this business, you see, and I had no freedom. I didn't structure it right. I was cold door knocking, running a team. I couldn't take time off. And all my time was taken up with something I did not like. I literally built myself a prison. I literally did. I made all this success, but I couldn't get out of it. So when I found a way to get out of it, I thought, you know what? I better start looking to try to figure it out. And here's what I thought. I thought it was just marketing, because marketing was taking up all this time. I couldn't pull people in, you see. So I started focusing massively on marketing. Now I'm regarded as one of the top marketers on the planet, which is ironic to me, really. If you've been in my body that whole time, that makes no sense at all. But that old version of me doesn't exist anymore. I decided I would figure marketing out. I learned I was terrible at it. When I started, I was no good. I had to learn it. Funny thing is people started asking me for help. So I go and create these successful, massive businesses. And then people start saying, hey, Chris, how did you do it? Why, like, can you help me? And I started helping some friends. And the funny thing is the first friend I helped, you know, right now she makes about $170,000 a month. And I mean, wow, that's really interesting. And then I helped another friend and she did 6 figures. And then I helped another friend, and in 3 months he quit his job and started a business. And I thought, you know what? This feels really good helping all these other people, but maybe I should get paid for it as well. Maybe I should look after my family too. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll put something out there. And I put something out there, and some of the best in the world started knocking at my door. And because I didn't know it, I had to go and learn the whole system. And here's what I found is basically 95% of the stuff that you're told doesn't work. And when you know it works, some of the best will knock at your door. This is Gary Vee. If you don't know, then that's the first step in figuring out marketing right now. Is Gary Vee is possibly the world's #1 social media expert. And so he came over to Australia last year, and his team asked me to do the marketing. He asked me to shoot the video, and there's him in the video on the page that we did. And his team asked me to do the marketing as he came over. We sold out his event, 600 people, $199 a ticket. And he was very happy, $120,000 coming in. And so someone like that, you know, asked me, I'm in a movie coming out with Tony Robbins, and it seems to just be taking so long for this movie to come out. We filmed it nearly a year ago now. But it is coming out, and so the Rise Up movie is fantastic. And, you know, even these people, they asked me to come and help them on marketing. It's crazy. And then for some reason, I end up going skiing with Joel Bauer. He invites me skiing. By the end of it, I've shot video and helped him to create his whole marketing page. And here's some of the people I want you to see. Here is some of the people that he has access to. And you got things like, why the heck is he choosing this New Zealand kid when he's got access to Joe Polish and Tony Robbins and T.R. Becker and Jordan Belfort? Well, anyway, results spoke for themselves, and he got sold out events and sold out rooms. But the thing is, I didn't just get to help other famous people and people you might know. I got to help my family. And let me ask you this question. How many of you are like that? Truth be told, you love helping yourself, you love helping other people, but then you really want to help your family. This is my dad down the bottom in the juice and smoothie truck. That's Harriet. Next to him up the top left is me and Harriet. And over on the right is my Nana Harriet's mum and her. And we created this truck. And this is the back door of the truck. And it drives up. And my dad serves juice out of this every single week. This is his business now. We deliver organic juice cleansers all around New Zealand. And they're very, very cool. And here's what was so freaking awesome about this is because I put in all the work and I learned the marketing. When my Nana came to me and said, hey son, can you help your dad out? I was able to build a business like that. The first week, $10,000 bucks. My dad quit his job within 3 months and made more money doing that than anything else. So here's what I've got to let you know is what I'm teaching you today just flat works, but people make these mistakes over and over and over again. The first is that they keep recreating the wheel. Write this down. It's much easier and safer to get the recipe than try to make it up. Right? It's so much easier. Stop trying to figure it out yourself. The next is there's no cash flow. You must have a tap of clients coming into your business. The next, do not be the one man or the one woman band. You do not need to DIY. DIY is the slowest way for you to build a business. The next is people are highly ineffective at their marketing. Highly ineffective. And the last is that they're just not revenue focused. So I want to take a minute. I want to pause right now. And I want you to write down the number one problem that you're making. And let's get started in just a minute. I want to know your number one problem. 2 minutes. I'll put it up on the screen. Go. I see that you guys have lots of things that are coming up here. Need a team, need a VA, want to do too many things, can't get people, attract the wrong market, creating the content. See, I want you to notice that one of the mistakes a lot of you are making is you're not revenue focused. Revenue is what's going to help you do all those things. We need to get you revenue focused. Right now, you must know the revenue that you're after. The one-man band, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I've got to learn this or I've got to do this. Okay, your problem is you're about to go and literally go and try to do all these things. You have no team and partnerships. I'll show you how to make sure that's not a problem. We need to make sure we have cash flow. We're focusing on cash flow, tap. And we must not try to recreate the wheel. Following a system is huge. So I'm going to make sure you all get the system and that you're really effective in your marketing, right? You must get focused, and it's time right now. Here's the big problem that it creates. If you don't change, and here's what I've got to let you understand, is we were born in an employee world. Do you guys follow that? We were literally born in an employee world. It's crazy to me. Like we literally were born in an employee world. And so our whole upbringing, we've been told to trade time for money. School, time for money. When we were growing up, our parents, aunties, uncles, cousins, babysitters, kindergarten, primary school teachers, sports coaches, everyone traded their time for money. And so what happens when we try to transition into a business, we still go into this place where we are trying to do it the same as an employee. We go into it with all of these things, and you've got to understand we need to throw all of that thinking out. Because let me ask you this, did you really trade the time for money? Now, you all know when it happened, right? You all know when money became more important than time. You all remember it, don't you? Don't you remember the time when money became more important than your life? Oh, I can see that I'm hitting a nerve. Here's what happened. You remember it. You were 15 to 20 years old, somewhere in there, maybe younger. All of your friends are out playing, having fun. All your friends are out playing, having fun, doing their thing. You want to go, but you've got this job or you've got this commitment, you've got this thing that you need to do to earn money that you've already committed to is you have to go there. And you know that you gave up a piece of your time to go and do it. And so then you think to yourself in your logical human brain, well, I've only got so many years on this planet. And I just gave up one of those years, right? I just gave up one of those years. Dang, this money thing must be important. So we go into a job, and here's what we do, is we say money has a higher value than time. Write this down. It's going to change your life. It is never free. You either pay with your time or you pay with your money. Write this down. It is never free. You either pay with your time or you pay with your money. You see, all the millionaires and billionaires I've been so fortunate to hang out with and now become one, is the one thing they do is they never pay with their time if they can pay with their money. Never pay with their time if they pay for their money. Because here's what happens. As soon as you're paying with your time, it's the most expensive thing you can do. And so you go in there and you start doing everything. You go round and round in circles. You end up in this glorified job because guess what? You make all of these mistakes. You don't focus on revenue. You become the one-man band. You try to make it up yourself. You get no cash flow and you have highly ineffective marketing. They're the mistakes. And what happens is people's businesses don't work. They get burnt out, broken. They don't think it's, and then they go, I guess I'm just not an entrepreneur. Everyone's a freaking entrepreneur. Everyone can sell stuff. Everyone knows how it works. But if you keep the old thinking, you're not going to get it. So what's the truth? Did you really trade? By the way, was that a good insight? Type in yes if you really liked it, because I loved it when I learned that. And this isn't from me. This is from my teachers, you see? And this is what some people told me, is they said, Chris, did you really trade the time for money? Did you really? I mean, let's say that you went and played some music. You traded your time, you got some money. Was it really the time? No. It was the value you provided, right? Right? It was the value you provided. See, you didn't go and work at that supermarket, and it was the value you provided to the owner, to the service you gave. It's not the time. The time was just, write this down. The time was the only way you knew how to provide it. Write that down. It was really value, but I only knew how to provide that value through time, by giving up my time. Does that make sense? So yesterday, I bet you Michael Jackson made money. David Bowie, I bet you he made money. Bet you he made money. I bet you yesterday Steve Jobs made money, but he doesn't have any time. So what's the truth? The truth is, to get out of being a glorified job, you must take some of your precious, freaking precious time. And by the way, I want you to know I'm not wasting a second of it today. Take a bit of your precious time, put it into something, create something of value so that it makes money without you. I promise you, the thing I'm the most grateful about in my life is receiving money without putting my time in. Because it means I get to go and do things without a single stress in the world. There's no pressure, and I get to just enjoy that. Time is so valuable to me, and it should be to you, because I want you to know right now, as you hear my voice, it's the youngest you're ever going to be. You're not going to go get younger. This is the youngest you're ever going to be. This picture is with my best friend. His name's Mark Deason. This is me up in the right, stand next to him. Here's the last time we hung out together in Bali in Indonesia. On the bottom left, on the bottom right is me in a lion suit and him staring at me. And then the top right is our last photo together. It's his dad, his mom, his brother. That's me, his other, one of our very close friends. And that's Deese. Deese is the one in the box. About a year ago now, it's a year and a couple of weeks, he was killed in a motorcycle accident. And I was talking to him 6 hours before it, and the next day he was gone. A truck swerved across the center line and he was gone. I built businesses with this man. I traveled the world with this man, partied with this man, spent 10 years. He was the guy that came and brought me books when I had the broken leg. I owe a lot to him, but the thing that I owe to him the most is he gave me a huge wake-up call. And so a year ago, I went from a company on track to get to 10 million, 8 figures. I went from that to hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. like that. And I found out what mattered. When he died, I found out truly what mattered. And here's what truly matters. What truly matters is you living your life, you being you to the full 100%, maxing out everything that you are supposed to do. And here's what I really learned from him is we just don't know. So if you think you're going to wait, you want to put something off, if you're going to play small, not on this call. Because when I sat there completely devastated, hundreds of thousands in debt, closed businesses, bank accounts shut down, all sorts of craziness, I made a decision. And that decision was that I was going to show everybody that I was the example of everything I teach. Within 3 months, we were doing 6 figures a month. I paid off all the debt and helped as many people as possible who were affected by him leaving the business. I then spent the next 9 months up until this point creating a huge wave. At this point, financially, we're about 1.3 million since then. And I believe this year we will scale to past 5 million. And I did that to show that even when I lost it all, even when I had to fill a massive hole, a massive gap, go do all his things, one thing I didn't have was time. Suddenly I was doing 2 people's work. Suddenly I had to go to business. Suddenly I was healing from the biggest loss of my life. But you can still do it. Only with a few things. I'm going to show you that system today because I don't want you to ever, ever wait. So the question is this. The question is this. By the way, these slides were made by Dees. And it's super important to me that I get to share a little bit of him with you guys today, and so that we can create something massive. Today's about action. Today's about motivation. Today's about you learning exactly what to do to make your biggest impact. Who's with me, by the way? Who's with me? Because I see a lot of smart, intelligent people on this call, and I need to turn those smart, intelligent people into fearless action takers. Does that make sense? I need to turn them into business people. I need to turn them into, yeah, that didn't work, but let's keep going. I need to turn them into that. And that's what I want to help you. That's what I want to help you to do. There's no excuses on this call. It doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with me. Through broken legs, snap femurs, nearly dying, losing it all, it doesn't work with me. So here's my question. Why do you actually come today? What's your biggest problem? And what can I truly help you with? Let's get real here. Why did you really come today? Why are you on this call on a Friday or a Saturday when you could be anywhere else? What's your biggest problem? And what do you truly want me to help you with? I'm grateful for you as well. You suck on your own. Ricky, do you have a business mentor? Do you have a coach? I love you, Megan. You're awesome. Beautiful, Christy. And it's so good to have you in the program. Awesome, Margaret. Thankful to have you on. Nice. Nice. I know you are, Linda. I know you are. There's a bunch of people not typing in. Hello, hello, hello. You're on this call. Nice. Thanks, Lucy. Finally want to make money. Beautiful. Why did you come today? What's your biggest problem? It looks great, Linda. Upgrading yourselves, Surya. Dahlia says, I have no problem. You guys are awesome. Here's what I want you to know is you got to right now let go of the past. Whenever I ask that question, people bring their past to the present. I want you to know the present has a secret inside it, and it's your gift. It's one of the reasons why it's called the present. Look at the word present, P-R-E-S-E-N-T, present, present. Here's what it says is you present. We need to stop pre-sending our old self. It's like we've got a hologram that we then walk through. We pre-send. I just watched a bunch of you just pre-send something new. I'm not good at this. I'm not, and we must stop doing that. Right now, we must commit to let go of the past, cut it off, and step forward. Because here's the biggest problem. You have a great product. You have a great service, but nobody knows you yet. That's your marketing problem. You already have a great product or service. You could sit down now and you could start something. So here's the metrics to grow your business. We need you to be known. The first one is attention. Write this down. How many people are knowing about you? How many people are clicking on your links, on your websites? How many people's attention are you getting? Number 2, leads. How many name, phone number, and emails are you getting? Next, it's clients. How many new clients did you get this week? The next is profit per client, and last, it's frequency. Are you measuring the 5 metrics to grow your business? You must know these metrics. You see, a lot of times people are pretending in business. They don't know their metrics. They're not doing their thing. So let's look at it. Let's say you get 1,000 people's attention this week. You get 100 leads, 10 turn into clients. You make $3,000 profit per client. And people buy once. Frequency is once. So what most people do is they try to double their sales. You see? This is the hardest way to grow a business. And I want to show you how to make it easy. See, the attention's the same. The leads are the same. But you've doubled your clients. See, look, from this one that says, oops, from this one, from 10, we double it to 20. Any one of you know it is super difficult if you have to be convincing, manipulative, and close twice as many people from the same amount of leads. True? And some of you go, I don't even know what these things mean. Well, it's time to get a business education, isn't it? But here's what we do. We create a tab. We focus on attention, leads, and frequency. When we do this, we double the amount of people that know you each week. We double the amount of leads that get converted. We keep the clients the same. We don't worry about being salesy or convincing or manipulative. We don't have to do that. We keep profit the same, and we double the amount of times that they buy. This is an 8 times growth in your business without having to be salesy, without having to be manipulative, without having to focus on sales and grabbing and grabbing and grabbing. When you create the tab, it's easy. And so let's talk about this. Are you guys ready? Let's talk about getting attention. Look, the fastest path to getting attention is using the internet. Why? Because that's where everyone already is. Everyone's online. And guess what? You all know how this works. Look at this. What's right in front of you? These are magazines. How do magazines make their money? Type it in. How do magazines make their money? Ads. Ads. Nice. Ads. Beautiful. How does TV make its money? How does radio make its money? Newspapers? Movies? Sport? Advertising. So how does it really work? Step 1, they create relevant content. You look at these things here. Do you think that on Men's Health and Property Investor, there's going to be the same ads? Yes or no? Men's Health and Property Investor, they're going to have the same ads? They're going to be completely different. They create relevant content and then put relevant advertising. Right? Is that right? Is that what they do on TV? Do they put the same advertising on the sports as they do on the soap operas? Is it the same ads in the middle of the day as it is after the news at 6 p.m.? Or is it different? It's relevant, isn't it? So guess what's happening with the internet? You right now can be your own media channel. Write it in. I can be my own media channel. How cool is that? All of us have access to create pull marketing and be our own media channel. We create our own content and then put our own ads on it. Doesn't that make sense? This is the difference between pushing yourself on everybody and pulling. See, a TV show has great content. It pulls you towards it. A great sporting event pulls you towards it. A great movie pulls you towards it. Do you see the difference? Whereas everyone else is out there trying to sell you, cold calling, pushing themselves all over you, right? How many of you want to be desperate, convincing, slimy, versus being the inspiration? People buy out of inspiration. Who wants to be that? Who wants to create their own media channel? Who wants to create their own content? Type in a number 2 if you'd like to be at 2, because this is what I get to be. And I'm going to show you the 8 ways to create content so you can be the go-to place for your people. I want you to be there. Type in a 2 if you're up for this. I want to know who's with me, who's hearing this. I want to know how many of you have switched off already and are watching Facebook. and that's already grabbed your attention. I wasn't able to hold it long enough. I need to be more of an exciting and engaging TV show here, don't I? Because guess what? What I'm doing right now is one of the 8. So there are 8 ways to create media that pulls in people's attention. The first one is to teach. Isn't that what I'm doing right now? Am I not doing exactly what I'm telling you that you should do? And is there not hundreds of people here right now with me on this TV show, intimate, live, that I'm talking to, seeing them all coming in? I can see Nat, Jez, and Sophie, and Annette, and Maria, and I can see Linda, and Patricia, and I can see Dahlia, and Margaret. I can see all these people, Saria, all these people are typing in. You see? The number 1 is you can teach. How many of you could teach? How many of you could interview somebody? Do you think you could sit down and just ask some questions, interview somebody who has interesting things to say? Couldn't you do that? Couldn't you be a talkback show? This is the 3rd way. A talkback show is when people send you in questions. Couldn't you be a talkback show? Couldn't you do research? Couldn't you go out there and do some research and put some editorials or some research of how new things are working in your industry? Couldn't you inspire, elevate, or motivate people? Couldn't you do that? Isn't that a nice thing in the magazine? Couldn't you do like some soap opera pieces, tell people about your life, what you've been up to, what you've been doing? Do you think you could do that? Could you do case studies, talk about before and after pictures? Pictures of yourself doing the work? Look at this, and I want you to notice. This is everything that's in a magazine, everything in a TV show, everything in a radio show. It's all there. This is the content. But here's what I want you to understand from me. You don't have to be on video if you don't like video. You don't have to write if you don't like write. You don't have to do audio if you can't be bothered. But you do have to do something. You do have to do something. So let me ask you this. What would you like your show to be called? What would your show be called? Would you be called Successful Entrepreneur TV? Would you be called Weight Loss for Women? And what would you do on that show? Think about it. Would you interview people? Would you teach some things? Would you just take questions? Would you do the research? Would you just show them what you're up to? What would you do? Type it in. Marriage makeover. Beautiful. Thank you. The Fearless Entrepreneurs. Right, man, right now. Beautiful. What would the content be? Think about your show. Think about your media out there. Type it in. I'm looking at your answers over here. Oh, beautiful. I love it. Just Smile with Sashida. I love it. I Am Alive show. Holistic Life. Interviewing entrepreneurs. Beautiful. Green Clothing show. Success. I love it. What's up, Al? Nice to have you here. You're going to be here soon. Nice. Success. It's all about who you meet, what you read, and how you think. All natural healing. Nice. Right here, right now, from manuscript to published. Beautiful. You guys give some great ideas. You can be your own media channel, right? Don't these shows sound enticing and amazing, right? How many of you haven't typed in yet? Type on in if you're just thinking. Type the letter 3 if it's just taking you a few minutes to think, just so I know that you're alive. Marriage tips. Nice. Thanks, Margaret. Just Do You. Is that the show name? I love it. Nice. 365 money tips. There you go. Is that one a day? Hope it's not a leap year. That'll mess you up. Still thinking. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's move on. This is great. So what you do is after you've created the show, now you create reach. You must have a LinkedIn. You must push out to LinkedIn. You must push this out to Facebook. Push this out to YouTube. Push this out to a blog. Push this out to Instagram. Push it out in a nurture email sequence. Push it out to a community like you guys. How do you think you got on here? I asked you at the beginning. Some of you were in number 6. You're on my email. Some of you are in my community. A bunch of you are a client of mine. A bunch of you are already working with me privately. Some of you came off my Facebook. Some of you met me on YouTube, you see. I want you to know is you being on this call is proof that this works. You create this and then you push it out. How did we meet? How did we meet? Think about it. So the next thing is you got to understand. Linda Sunshine's GSD. There we go. I love it and I love her. I love all of you on here, in fact. Personality deficient, unhappy face. Not sure what that means. Number 3, personality deficient. You rock. You all rock. Thanks for being here. So once you've done that, you create your show. Now you need to get more leads because chasing people is exhausting. So now we've got the attention. Remember the metrics. Don't forget where we are right now. We're on metrics. The key is you must be the fisher lady, not the hunter. You must be the one that stands on the side, puts out the right bait instead of trying to hunt. Hunting is exhausting. It's chasing. It's tiring. You should, with your marketing, act like a fisherman. So here's what you do, is you act like a fisherman. You choose the pond. Where's your pond going to be? Well, your pond is going to be your own TV show that you've created, your own radio show on a podcast. It's going to be your own written blog, right? You make the pond, then you put your bait. What's your bait? Your bait is your adverts, right? You put your own adverts on your own TV show. Think about it. Then you exchange details. You say, hey, get this free thing here in the middle of like your blog. You put it on the side. Guys, are you seeing this everywhere? It's everywhere. Then you give them an education, you reel them in, and you get the sale. You get to change their life. That's automated marketing. And all it takes is you getting out and creating something, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Can you all do this? Do you all have the ability to write? Do you all have the ability to interview somebody and turn it into a transcript? Right? Do you all have the ability to sit in front of a camera and talk about stuff that you love? Can you just get passionate about what you're doing for you or your business? Can you just get passionate about life? What this is going to do is people are ditching TV. They're connecting into online shows and they're connecting to you. So you've got to create this pipeline. You've got to bring people in. And here's what you do is the first thing you think, well, who am I targeting? Who do I really want to talk to? And then where are they coming from? What's the traffic source? What's the lead magnet? What's the bait? The lead magnet is the bait. What do I give them away for free that pulls them in? After that, what's the landing page? Where do they land and what's the hook and what's the sales mechanism? When you get this right, you end up with green lights. Thank you. Linda's talking about my Freedom Fast Track. And if anyone's on here and is wanting mentoring, just check in the box. The amount of people that are on here that are already getting mentoring from me inside the Freedom Fast Track. It's a place you should all be. And I'm just honored to have such amazing people in there just taking action and allowing me to be me. So these are the 5 pipes. These are the 5 things you need to create. Your target market, your traffic, your lead magnet, your landing page, and the sales mechanism. These 5 things are what you need. Write this down. They must all be a green light. They must all be a green light. If there's one orange here, you're not going to make money online. They must all be green. And see, sometimes we get really disappointed, but we're only one green light away, just one shift away from it all working. Target market traffic, lead magnet, what pulls them in, what's the free sample, landing page. Let's go into it. So first you've got to right now get clear on who you're targeting. Once we've done that, then we can package it up. Target first, package second. You can't hit a target that you can't see. You can't hit a target you can't see. That's the first thing we do in the Freedom Fast Track program. For those of you who want more support, you can ask me about it later, is we get you really clear. We do a 14-page questionnaire and make sure you're clear on exactly who you should be after. Step 2 is you need to get traffic. So these are the stages of a client. The first thing is that they're just a suspect. They're just somebody in your target market that you just defined. Thank you. Linda writes, Chris's program is amazing. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Linda. So the first thing is you suspect these people. You say, hey, you know, I'm after women aged 25 to 28 who are single moms who want to lose a bit of weight. So you kind of, oh, that's kind of who I'm after. Then you go and you make your TV show. The people that get attracted to your TV show, right? They get attracted to your TV show. They become a prospect. Now they're a prospect. Then they might click on your ad and then they might become a client. Oh, Julie Valentine is very dear friend. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks, Imran. Where you fish determines the availability. See, you've got to know that some fish just don't hang out in some places, right? If you're trying to target young men, don't try advertising in the middle of a work week. Best time to attract young men is between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. That's when they're scrolling online. You've got to understand when you're actually out there and when you're marketing. See, the next step is now that you know who you're after, your target, your traffic source. The next thing we do in the program is we help you to really get your bait clear. Let me ask you this question. Are you guys enjoying this? Type in a yes if you are, because I'm with you on this. Do you guys agree that you need to get the target market, then you need to get the traffic source, then you need to have the bait, you need to pull people in with a lead magnet. Be the fisher, man, not the hunter. You must create a predictable system for attracting clients. See, people always ask me, Chris, well, what's the bait? What's the bait? What should we give away? Well, you want to give away something valuable. And the reason why I asked, are you enjoying this? Because I knew I was about to ask you this. Is this a high value giveaway? Is this being valuable? Are you learning things? This stands you out from the competition. Who's been on something of mine that was valuable? A 5-day challenge, a contest. You got a free download. You got a book that was amazing and it was free. And it made you think, wow, what else does he have, right? You sit there, you think, wow, what else does he have? Well, a heck of a lot more. But guess what? I gave you something great. The easiest way, there is never a leads problem. Just got to find something to give away that people want. It's super easy to get your face in front of people. You just got to give away what they want, right? You must give away something that they want. The next page is a landing page. This is the hook. This is where you get their details. Are you guys following this? It's that important. This is the lead generation success formula. I'm sorry that it's so simple. Find out where your people are, put the bait there, and see who bites. I'm sorry that it's so freaking simple. You probably hope that I'm going to give you some like crazy tactics, Facebook marketing, ninja, black hat, amazing, crazy, stand on your head, upside down secret. Truth is, find out where they are, put the bait there. It's as old as radio. It's as old as newspaper. It's as old as people standing on the side of the street saying, buy this newspaper. Find out where they are, put something free there. You walk along on a hot summer's day, they say, here, try a taste of this ice cream, right? That's it. Here's the 3 questions you must ask, right? I says, find out where they are, how? Well, we go through a target market research. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to find out where they are. Make sense? And if they aren't biting, try another piece of bait. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thanks, Christy. Is you first ask, who are they? Where are they? Then what do they want? See, you're either doing, if you don't have leads, you're doing one of 3 things wrong. Number 1, you don't really know who you're after. Number 2, you're in the wrong place. Or number 3, the fish don't like your bait. The fish don't like your bait. They're not biting. Change something. Try another bait, right? Like, let's have some fun with this. Business is fun. It's easy. Now that they've bidden, you've got their details. They're on the end of the hook. Now it's time to have a 24-hour salesperson who makes sales while you sleep, which is your website. It does things for you. It needs a voice when you're not there to do all the work for you. This is what we build you. This is what we're doing. This is what I want to help you with, if you allow me. But let me ask you this question. Is this making sense? Can you see what it is that you need? Because here's what I want to go into. I want to make a shift. I want to shift into how you actually get started. So I need to ask, does this make sense? Do you agree with this? Are there any questions on this? Because this is important to me, is I want to tell you how to start. If you right now want to make more money or start a business online, sit up in your seat, take a deep breath. Here are the 5 ways that you need to start. This is the fastest way to start a business. You see, most people think that to start a business is difficult. Nope, you can start a business tonight. What, Chris? Tonight? Yes, tonight. Because what's a business? It's an exchange of value where you are the one that owns the business. That's what business is. It's just an exchange of value. You just give something for something. That's it. This something just happens to be money. And this just something has to change or do something for those people. Can I help clarify value for you guys? Because what the heck is value? What is value? Value is either adding pleasure to someone's life or reducing pain. That's it. You make their life easier, better, far more joyful, more certain, more fun, better, more pleasure, or you get rid of something that's annoying, painful, constrained, frustrating. That's it. I know, I feel like the king of simplicity today, but that's it. The fastest way to point B is to find a way to increase pleasure for someone else, decrease some pain, and exchange that for money. That's the fastest way to start a business, isn't it? So the first way that you can do this is you can mentor someone. Let me ask you this. Where were you 5 years ago? What sort of pain did you have in your life? How much can you coach and help someone who's 5 years behind you? The fastest path, one of the fastest paths, is to be a mentor. Let me ask you this. Do you love giving advice to people? Wouldn't you like to be paid? Where have you been successful? Maybe you've been a successful cook. Maybe you're a successful chef. Maybe you're a successful parent. Maybe you've been successful at losing weight. Maybe you've been successful at going from divorce, breakup to happy again. Maybe you've been successful at building a business, getting leads into your business. Maybe you've been successful at building a mastermind group. Maybe you've been successful at something. Maybe you've just been successful at feeling happy. Don't you think that there's some value in that? Isn't there value to have someone to talk to? Write this down. Non-emotional based mentoring. We have a lot of mentors in our life, but most of them have an emotional connection to us, emotional connection. They're a parent, they're a friend. Therefore, they don't give you the true answer for you, because if you are someone's best friend, they're never going to tell you, yes, you should move away. The next is a coach. The next is a coach. How many of you would just like to be a coach? Every sports person has a coach. In fact, New Zealand's highest paid sports person, I'm from New Zealand, if you haven't figured out, was a coach. A coach. A coach is somebody that makes someone else great, and they never have even had to have been there. Tiger Woods had a coach. His name was Steve Williams. Steve Williams was New Zealand's highest paid sports person. Steve Williams was there. He wasn't a coach. He was a caddy. But he was like a coach when he was on the field, wasn't he? He was there supporting Tiger Woods be great, and then he wasn't. When Tiger Woods had his fall from grace, Steve Williams also left him as well. Tiger's never been the same since, because there was a person out there with him making him great. You look at any successful person in history, every Michael Jordan, every Tiger Woods, every billionaire, every millionaire, they all had a coach who wasn't as successful as them. A coach does not have to have been there. A coach just helps other people get there. Every single one of you can position yourself as a coach and become great at helping others. A mentor focuses on what they've achieved. Hi, look at me. This is what I've done. A coach focuses on the results they've made for others. Do you understand the difference? The next is a consultant, and it's my favorite. Right now, you can start as a consultant, and there's no excuses. A consultant is the fastest way to start. Why? Because there's things you can do. I don't care if it's mowing lawns, painting a fence, or serving them in their business, writing articles for someone online. You can start right now as a consultant. You can freelance. There's jobs everywhere. You can sit at home in your underwear if you like, and you can be a consultant. You can get up, you can charge and pay lots of money. And yes, you can scale every one of these to millions of dollars. I know many businesses that started off consulting that are nearly worth billions. In fact, one of them is Salesforce. Salesforce first started consulting on how to make more sales. Then it realized that every person they were consulting needed a platform, created a system, made a piece of technology. Technology went huge. I don't know a single salesperson who hasn't used Salesforce. Starting as a consultant is a fantastic idea. Who likes the idea of a consultant? See, a consultant focuses on what they can do. Consultant focuses on skills. Coach focuses on the results for other people. Mentor focuses on what they've achieved in their life. Are you seeing which one you can use right now to add money to your life, add freedom to your life? The next is a trainer, and it's intimately different. A trainer says this, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to teach it to you. I'm going to create an ebook, an e-training, a video series, a course, something for you to follow along. I'm going to be a trainer, and I'm going to teach you something. I'm going to teach you. Who wants to teach? I love teaching. You haven't figured out. Teaching is one of my favorite things to do. You can teach, and I can show you how to do it. I tell you, I've done every single one of these. The fifth one is a connector. By the way, a teacher focuses on their content, on their system, on how great their system is. A connector doesn't do any of them. A connector says, hey, you know what? I know somebody who's really good at that. A connector serves a person by putting two and two together. If you're good at connecting people, shouldn't you get paid for it? I can show you how. A connector focuses on relationships. Connector focuses on relationships. Teacher, trainer focuses on their system, what they're teaching, their content. Consultant on their skills, a coach on the results for other people, and a mentor on their own personal results. Can I get a yes if you just found a new business? Beautiful. Look at these yeses coming in. Consultant. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, Denisha. Awesome, Vincent. Maria, fantastic. Christy, awesome. Linda, another one. Oh, Sushita, beautiful. Hey, Sylvia, nice to see you here. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's awesome, Annette. Beautiful. There's no excuse. There's just reasons that you're going to succeed. That's it. That's it. And the only reason I'm looking over here, just so you know, is because that's where all the questions and comments come in from. Yes. Thank you, Rashida. Nice. Here's mine. I started off a service and started consulting. Then I started training because I realized I could only consult so much. So I then thought, you know what? I've consulted, I've helped so many people. I know how this works. I created a system. Then I thought, you know what? I've created the system. I've done this. I'm going to help other people now. I'm going to mentor. Look where I am. Look where they are. I'll help them get here. Then I thought, you know what? I really need to become a coach. I learned about mindset coaching. I helped others. I became massively successful as a coach and became a connector. My consultant business, I made $1.5 million. My trainer business, I had 3 companies doing over $1 million. My mentor business was a 6-figure business. My coaching business, a 6-figure business. And my connected business serves me very well to this day. People know who I'm connecting with. You see it everywhere who I'm connecting with. You see when I'm coaching. You see when I'm mentoring. This is still out there. It's still there. In fact, right now I'm training. Every single one of these I use. Every single one of these I do. And you just got to start with one. None of them are better than any of the others. They're just different. It's like the alphabet. They're not better. They're just different. This is how you design your offer. Every single one of these you can do in a one-to-one way. The second way is you can do them in groups, one-to-many. And the last way is zero-to-many. You can get other people to do it for you, or you can create a way to do it. That you got it, Shusita, you got it? Beautiful. So let me ask you this. Who's ready to take action? Because, gosh, I'm excited. Can I ask you this? And I want everyone to type in, even if you're hiding behind your computer screen, scrolling on Facebook right now. Can you see this as the answer to piggybacking and actually going online fast? Remember that I told you that these are the ways to grow. You need to get attention. How do you get attention? You become the media. How do you get leads? Well, you've got to give the bait. Remember, it's the bait. How do you get clients? Well, you need a sales mechanism. How do you jack up your profit margin? Will you become one of the 5? How do you get them to keep buying? Or you choose another one of the 5? I just showed you every single way that you can scale. So let me ask you a question. These 3 men, very successful in business. Does everyone know these 3 guys? And I wish I had a woman example. I'll probably put JK rolling up here soon. Bill Gates is on the left, Steve Jobs in the middle, and Richard Branson on the right. I just put these 3 up because I want to prove a point. They're awesome people. We need more than one woman. Western woman's going to change the world. In fact, the person I think that's going to change the world is the mid-40s and mid-50-year-old woman, because she's the one that makes the buying decisions. She's the one that's got the most sway over the household. She's the one telling the people what to eat. She's the one looking after everybody. She's the one we need to influence. She's the one. These are the people that they all have one thing in common. What is it? Yes, they're worth billions. Iconic business people, very intelligent. But what is it that they have in common about starting business? Nice. They don't seal their time, giving back. Nice. I can see you guys typing in. They know how to delegate. Make sure you type in. Get smart people around them. Yes, that's all right. Giving back. Yes. They used a team. They have a team. That's true. Making something better. Yes. I love it. Keep typing in. Courage. Yes. They don't give up. Yes. Smart. Created something no one knew that they wanted. Nice. All green lights. Nice. Beautiful. Genius. Confidence. All right. This is perfect. None of you have got it. And I love that because you're all about to learn something. They are all billionaires. Here's this one thing that these guys have in common that's super unique. They started before they were ready. They started before they were ready. Bill Gates sold his operating software. He had never even seen it work. In fact, he took the invoice, made it. The first time he saw it actually work was on the demonstration floor with the client. Steve Jobs sold what he was doing. He'd only made a couple of boards. He had no team, no equipment, no money. He sold it, got the money, went back to the garage and made the circuit boards, let it all night, made them as fast as possible in ridiculous time, and then gave it. Richard Branson sold advertising space into Student Magazine when he was 15 years old, and the magazine didn't exist. How many of you feel like you're ready? Do you feel like you need to get all the pieces in a row? No, you don't. And it's this message isn't coming from me. It's coming from these 3 billionaires, these 3 world changers, life changers. I'm talking to you on an Apple Mac right now. The recording over here is on Microsoft. These guys touch lives. You must jump before you're ready. Who's ready to jump? Type in me if you're ready to jump. If you're ready to take action, jump. I mean both feet in, all in. Look at that light up. Look at you guys go. I'm so proud that I got to serve you guys today. That's absolutely awesome. So I hope that you guys like this, and I hope that you can see how it will work for you. Look, I told you that today was about me teaching you some things, but can I show you how you can get the next thing from me? Did you all learn some stuff today? Servant leadership, I love it. You're all ready. I want to show you how you can learn and implement the whole system. And look, if you're interested, I can get you to book a phone call with Harriet, my fiance. She's on the call. Harry, I don't know if your video's on, but maybe you want to put your video on and say hi as I run through everything. We've got a program. It's 12 months to 6 figures in freedom. It's every step laid out in painstaking detail. It's easy to use. It's fast. Look, it's everything you need. It's how to position yourself, find the problem. It's called the Freedom Fast Track. And remember how I told you what you really need is to know how to create massive attention. Well, we show you how to do that. Remember I told you need to find your target market? We show you how to do that. Remember how someone asked you, well, how do I know where they are? Well, we show you and help you to find where they are. We show you how to create your own products, how to find the problem, how to launch your IP, get on the right platform. We show you how to have an automated marketing funnel and how this can all work. And remember, it's about making money. Yep, it's about making money so that you can go out there and do what you truly love. Harriet says, can you enable video? Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll just keep going through. I'll get your video up in a second, babe. Harriet's my fiance, and she's amazing. So I want to take you guys through this so that you know what's involved. So when you talk to Harriet, you know what you can get if you like. So we're going to show you, you're going to have weekly implementation webinars with me. These are twice a week. And if anyone's on the call wants to type in how much value there are in these calls, it's twice a week with me. Can you just imagine this? Every week, twice a week, you get to bring all your questions to me and ask basically anything business related and kind of anything else really. It's just me. And I'm super laid back and I coach you. I mentor you and I train you on anything that you need. I tell you what's happening in my business because guess what? Business changes. And if you're trying to learn how to do business for the first time, if it's your first time getting to 6 figures or $1 million, heck, if it's your first time getting to 5 million, like we're going to show you the path and make sure that you get there. And I don't know It's absolutely amazing that we do this. No one else does this. So no price can be put on it. I'm going to show you how to sell via our webinar, sell from anywhere in the world, anytime you like. We have a massive community, and I can see that Imran and Linda and Christy and all the others have just said in here. It says, I never miss a webinar because they're extremely valuable. Thanks, Linda. Twice a week is invaluable. I literally look forward to the nice. And Imran says they're extremely valuable, which is awesome. And it's great to have people like that on this call right now. You can't put a price on the community. I mean, there's amazing people in the community. In fact, I had someone tell me the other day they've just created a partnership, and this partnership has created this amazing thing in Hawaii, and it's awesome. We're going to give you all the templates, coaching, consulting, workbooks, templates, resources, how-to sheet you can use with your clients. So if you want to be a coach, a consultant, a mentor, a trainer, those are in there as well, so you can get them. And I'll build you a website. So included in this program, we want to build you a website. And look, we only want successful people. So we'll build you your marketing page that educates your prospects on your values so that you get them. Here's some of them, the high profit webinar cheat sheet. Here's Fazil and Imran's page, which is huge. Here's another page here, which gets you to a live event. Here's Richard Fu's page. Here's Imran again. This is mine. Here's me and Harriet on a page. Here's the one. So they look good, these pages. And it's pretty exciting. So let me ask you this. How many of you who are not in the program think this is something you'd like to get involved with? Type in a yes, because I'm going to give you the next steps. We don't accept everybody. In fact, you need to have a 10-minute call if you'd like to talk with Harriet about this program. I would love you to have a conversation with her and see if it's a fit. Look, it's just 10 minutes. Harriet's going to ask you a few questions. Just type in a yes if you want to. If we feel like it's a fit, then we book a longer session. You can get really clarity on your business and your brand. You can become that online celebrity. Thank you for typing in yes. So thank you, Ricky. Thanks, Margie. Thanks, Michelle, Rashida. That's awesome. Cool. And we're just excited to have you on. So I'm just going to get you the link so that you can book your calls. Let me just stop sharing the screen. I'm going to put Harriet's video on. It's been really exciting. So those of you who said yes, go and click on that link and book your call right now. You'll still be able to hear my voice. Click on the link. Here's what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link. Sorry, I just got distracted by my beautiful lady just then, and I forgot what I was supposed to do. Let me just show you where you're going to go. You're going to click on that link that I've just put in there. You're going to go to this. It says Freedom Fast Track Call with Harriet, and you're just going to book one, okay? You're going to pick one of the days. If you can't make this week, then choose one later. So you're just going to click, and you're just going to book. She's super busy, so make sure you do that right now and book, right? So go on that and book the call. Do it right now. Thank you. I can see Danish book the call. There is no problems. Book the call. And then once you've booked the call, can you write in, I'm booked, just so I know. Now, I've got a couple questions that have popped in here. One of the questions is, what if I don't have a business? Yes. If you don't have a business, this is perfect, Mark. You just won the jackpot. Holy crap. If you get this training and you've never had a business before, you're a winner. Because some people have to pay $500,000 so they finally find the system that's got it all. So that is perfect. So great job, dude. You landed in the right place. Remember, write booked when you've got it done. Let me know how you've gone. Which is really, really good. Really good. Nick, okay. So I won't say your name. That's okay. Look, if you're feeling like you're ready to go big, you can add as much money in this business as you want, and don't worry about feeling overwhelmed. Really simple, and there's checkpoints along the way, so you won't get lost. Okay, like you're not going to get lost. You get step by step, and then every week you get to come on and talk to me. And there's heaps of help. In fact, there is so much help that it's ridiculous. In fact, if you want virtual assistants, we have, I don't even know, there's some people here that are in my group, and I don't even know if you know this, but you guys get the cheapest amount of virtual assistants if you're in the fast track community. You really do. We have fully trained virtual assistants and all other things that you can purchase and make your business grow. And I know I can see some other questions coming in. So no, you don't have to do anything right now. This is something we don't really offer. Like, it's not something that's offered all the time. In fact, usually the only way to get this is somehow you get to find us. some other way. So no, this isn't something that we're going to keep on offering. We offer it when we offer it, and we don't when we don't. I think the only way to do it is like Christy and others who end up getting on a phone call with Harriet, or you come to my Amplify experience. Harriet, people having problems with no, Denisha.
It's open now. It's open. I've got Danae, Ricky's booked in, Sashita, mate.
Oh, okay. Cool. So people are booking in. There he is. Ricky's booked in. Good job.
Awesome.
Looking forward to having you on. The more that this is a leap of faith right now, the more you're about to grow. Any part of you that goes, oh, I don't know, it's too much, it's crazy, that's you just getting outside your comfort zone. This is twice a week business strategy calls. It includes a website. The website is crazy, and it works. We've helped so many people with this system, and honestly, I'm excited for you. So are there any other questions? Welcome, Ricky. Welcome to the community. We'll talk to Harriet, and she'll tell you how it works and what the price is. And hey, good, you're booked too. Awesome. Oh, I've got a question. Another question popped in. You just started 2 weeks ago to work for a web designer. Well, that's absolutely perfect. So I want to talk about different types of websites. There's different types of websites. There's websites that web designers make, and then there's the ones that make you money. I've spent over $500,000 testing websites for coaches, consultants, trainers, authors, and connectors, people who want freedom. And we just build you one that works, that makes money, not one that's just an online business card. So I love that you get your online business card website full of things. I'm going to give you one that people go to, and then they turn into leads. You get on the phone, you make money. Okay. Awesome, Margie. Awesome. Does that answer your question? And I love that you've gone and got a web designer. Booked up. Beautiful, Big Al. We're excited for you too. We're excited. So you can talk to Harry. Harry, is there anything that you want to add right now? It's nice that you jumped on. I wasn't expecting it. Kind of threw me when your name popped up. Are you listening? No, you gone? Hello.
I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Are you at home?
Yeah, I am. I just wanted to say that this is such a great program for any single person who is just ready to make a difference in the world and has something great that they have to offer. And even if you feel like you don't have anything great to offer right now, there's something within every single person that can offer value to the world. So I'm really excited to talk with all of you and help you discover that inside of you.
Yeah. And I mean, it's been an awesome ride for us, babe. Like when we left Wellington after that, the water filter company, and we just wanted freedom, traveling to Australia, all up and down that, then Thailand and Indonesia. I showed them all the pictures, and and doing the juice cleanse, and then the juice and smoothie company, and then being able to do this. And I think the biggest thing for us is since Denise passed away, we've had another level of commitment to this movement, because he was our best friend, right? And now he's not here. But what he gave us was such a gift to say, you guys hearing this, it's time to take action now, because we don't know how long. We never know. You never know when you're going to go. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Harriet's got her own best-selling books. She runs. Well, why don't you tell them a little bit about the Attract Mr. Right, and talk about the Finding the Love of Your Life program and Naked Health Warriors, because Harriet has a podcast, a blog. Like, why don't you, from a women's perspective, share a little bit about what this journey's been like?
For sure. I mean, as a female, we've got this innate sense to want to help other women and want to help build communities. We want to help build movements, and we want to support every woman. How many of you are on the call who is female and just think, wow, I just love supporting my friends? We do that naturally. We bring our girlfriends. We want to support our female relatives. And for me, it just came naturally. And so with the Attract Mr. Right, where we were able to grow a massive movement, a massive seminar business, a massive coaching business with live events, to help other women find the love of their life. What is more important for a woman than to find another man who she just is in joy to spend her entire life with? And from there, it just grew and grew. Now I've got the Sugar Free in 60 program. We had the Juice and Smoothie Company. The best-selling book last year was amazing. Having the podcast and just being able to give back, which is why I'm the person who does these calls. I never went to university. In fact, I know nothing about business. However, when I went through the system that Chris offered, that him and Dees created together, it was just so easy. You don't need to do anything for yourself. There's no thinking. The PDFs are there. And you also get the community. The power of community is going to help you be successful. So it's an honor to talk with all of you guys who booked a call, any women and any men as well, any man who's got a purpose, who wants to make a massive difference in the world like Chris is doing right now. It's just precious to be by his side and supporting him doing this. So excited to chat with you all. And I hope that was just a good little quick debrief.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love you. So a couple have asked about the pricing. We've got a special price available at the moment. So make sure you book your call when you talk. It does include the webinar and system, and it also includes the website and everything else. So if you are interested in this, if your heart says you know what you need more, then that's great. If you feel like you're full up on programs right now, then don't confuse yourself. This is the best program, and you should take it if it's what you think you need. 2 business sessions a week, and the system and the website. But there is an investment. We have to cover our costs. We have to cover our time. So book the call. We have something very special to talk to you about, and yeah, you'll find it on the call. So make sure you book that call, and we'll talk you through the prices and how things work, because there's just different options. It's too difficult for me to try to say and offer the price right now, because you can get just the group price. You can get some one-on-one coaching with me, or one-on-one with Harriet or Imran, or you can get something else. You can get some VA, virtual assistants. There's lots of things you can get, or you can just get the basic program. So we can't just say, hey, this is what it is, because it really depends where you are and where you want to go. Does that make sense, those that are asking it? So if you're interested and you want to book that call, it's 10 minutes. Harry will ask you some questions, figure out where you are at, and then if it makes sense, then she can tell you which program we think is the best, and then we can move forward if that makes sense for you as well. So feel the love, feel supported, and we can customize it to everything, Jody. Seriously, I think everyone should be booking a call if they want some more support. Harriet's amazing, and she can help you. It's funny because Harriet doesn't ever come on these calls, and this is so exciting because it always seems like it's me, and it's we're a team. And I can't wait to let you guys all know just how much of a team we are. At most of the events, Harriet's at the back table. She was there when we had Dees and I creating it. She was there cooking food for us. She was there telling us when we were stupid and doing things wrong, and telling us to do this, and then testing it. And she was so many times a litmus test for, does this make sense? Can you follow the instructions? Which is really cool. So sending you all massive love and appreciation. Great questions. Everything's completely perfect. So are you. Have an amazing day. Live with freedom. Free your mind. Free your time. Free your life. So that you can do what matters most. And so you can do what matters most right now. Because now stands for no opportunity wasted. And we don't want that to be you. So don't let an opportunity be wasted. Take action, and see you in the group.